Imagine if a prime Kawhi Leonard was on the current day Lakers. How good would this team be? Today we're going to find out by giving every team their best hometown legend to create one massive 30-team tournament. But before we get into the tournament, we are going to run an 82-game regular season to determine seeding, where the MVP is a prime LeBron James, as he almost averages a triple-double. However, the number one seed is the New York Knicks, led by Jalen Brunson, Cat, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. The second seed are the Cavs, and they of course have LeBron, Donovan Mitchell, and Evan Mobley. These two teams will get a bye in round one. Meanwhile, the Mavs finish at 3 with Kyrie, Anthony Davis, Cooper Flagg, and Cade Cunningham. The Lakers are solid with LeBron, Kawhi, and Luka, and the Spurs have an awesome big man duo of Shaq and Wemby. The Timberwolves are great as they add Kevin McHale, and at 7, Joel Embiid gets a lot of help as they add Kobe Bryant. And the Pistons add Magic Johnson to a solid young team. Halliburton has a new duo in Larry Bird, and the Hawks add Anthony Edwards. The defending champs get their hands on Blake Griffin, and the Raptors get a little better as Steve Nash joins their squad. At 25, MJ and LaMelo team up, where in dead last, it's the Wizards, led by Kevin Durant. And so, the bracket is set. As the Celtics get ready for game one of this tournament, they have a tough battle versus the Bulls. What a perfect way to start off 2K26. 111, make a wish, and subscribe to the channel, make that wish come true. We got our first game between the Bulls and the Celtics. The Bulls, of course, have Dwayne Wade. The Celtics, believe it or not, don't have a very good range of hometown players, but Bill Laimbeer is going to be joining this team. Here's Dwayne Wade. Vucevic sets a screen. Giddey, good pass out to Ayo Dosunmu as he misses. Bill Laimbeer the rebound. Tatum comes and sets a screen. Derek White, pull up mid-range. Wide open shot. Doesn't really get much more wide open than that. Why am I seeing Ayo Dosunmu take all these shots? I don't know. What is that shot? Screen comes. Good pass to Laimbeer. Laimbeer gets a slam dunk. Vooch sets a screen. Back out to Dosunmu. Again, this is the third time I'm seeing him chuck up shots. What am I looking at, 2K? And so the Celtics would take care of business. Jaylen Brown having a huge game in the win. They do have a very tough battle against the number one seeded Knicks in round 2. In the meantime, T-Mac has no idea what's about to hit him, because even though he's known as a very talented player, he isn't really known as a true winner. But his opponent, Magic Johnson, obviously is, as he joins an already talented young team led by Cade Cunningham as they dominate this Orlando Magic team and easily reach round 2. In the meantime, it's finally time to watch MJ, where he is looking to make a massive upset on the 8th seeded Clippers. Double team comes back out. Miles Bridges open three-pointer misses. San Diego has Evan Mobley as their guy. Kawhi steps it back, getting Mason Plumlee leaning. What is this? What is that? What is that? They get the steal. Here comes MJ. Jordan trying to take advantage of Harden's weaker defense. Jordan, a tough shot with the left hand. This would be a big upset if the Hornets win. James Harden misses. Spins. LaMelo in the corner. Doesn't take it. Drives in. 2 seconds. Tough shot from LaMelo Ball. Puts it in. 4 seconds here. Clippers need a 3 to tie it. Kawhi in the corner. Pulls it. Tough shot is missed. Mobley the rebound. Still another chance. He had Bradley Beal open, but it looks like the Hornets will be advancing to the second round. This sets up a blockbuster round 2 matchup between Magic Johnson and MJ. And sadly for this Oscar Robertson-led Grizzlies team, they would have absolutely zero chance at stopping possibly the most dominant big man center duo of all time, with Shaq absolutely terrorizing teams in the paint and Wemby cutting up defenders from the perimeter. These two might be the best duo in this entire tournament as they dominate and reach round 2 with ease. As Tatum and the Kansas City Kings get set, Anthony Edwards makes his mark on the tournament late in the 4th. The Sacramento Kings used to be the Kansas City Kings, which is why we have Jason Tatum on here. He's obviously from Missouri in the Kansas City area. Trae Young, pull-up mid-range is missed. Obviously, Anthony Edwards is on the Atlanta Hawks. I think that was an obvious one. Tatum, it's stolen by Trae Young. Anthony Edwards, that's a wide-open three-pointer. Hits it. Let's see if Tatum gets some possessions here. They could use him. Schroeder, corner 3, misses. Porzingis the rebound. And a chance for Atlanta to kind of ice the game. Good pass into Richier, and he's going to get a free layup. They're up 8 points with 36 seconds. And so the Hawks comfortably take care of business. Trae Young happy to finally be on a winning team. They'll have a tough time, though, against this great Spurs team, as Shea comes very confident after winning a championship and MVP. As expected, his Thunder team is a top-tier squad in this tournament, where their depth becomes even crazier with the addition of NBA legend Blake Griffin. And obviously, they are heavy favorites in this stacked draw, as they wipe out the Trailblazers. It's time to watch Kawhi and the Lakers, where a strong defender is exactly what this team needed, capable of locking up anyone in his path, plus scoring a sneaky 30 points. Kawhi Leonard is the perfect addition to this all-time duo of Luka and LeBron. They would completely wreck the Jazz with ease, where this matchup should be amazing in round 2 between the Lakers and the Thunder. It's time to watch the 30th seed go to work, where a huge upset might be happening late in the fourth quarter. The 30th seed is looking to make the biggest upset against the number 3 seeded Dallas Mavericks, who have Cade Cunningham. Tough shot from Kyrie. Better defense from the Wizards. Here comes Kevin Durant. Kubali, that's an interesting, easy bucket for the Wizards. Doesn't find them. Kyrie, again, they're holding it down to the last shot. That's a tough shot. As Kyrie misses, the Mavericks are choking this. Cooper Flag actually playing some great defense. CJ gets all the way to the basket, getting Cade Cunningham jumping this whole game. Kyrie, a deep one, misses, and Durant grabs hold the rebound. It's not looking good for the number 3 seed. And so, history has been made as the Wizards become the second team in my channel's history to advance to the second round as a 30th seed. As Gary Payton gets ready to represent the Bay Area, his matchup versus the Nuggets goes down to the wire. This is the Warriors versus the Nuggets. Golden State has Gary Payton, a Bay Area hero. What are these movements? Curry in the corner. He's going to have to take a crazy tough shot as he misses. I feel like there's no contested shots that ever go in. Jokic in the post. Back out Aaron Gordon. His three-pointer misses. Gary Payton the rebound. The glove. That's a terrible pass. Just passed it off his head. And then Chauncey Billups gets a free layup. Gonna have to make a move. Chauncey Billups and Gary Payton, ironically, are actually very kind of similar players. Trying to size up Aaron Gordon. It's not really working. Draymond is taking an extremely deep three-pointer. I mean, it's really interesting how bad the Hall of Fame offense is this year, or maybe the defense is just good as Jokic gets a slam dunk. And so the Denver Nuggets are officially advancing to the second round. Jokic dropping a whopping 9 steals in the victory. They got lucky because all they have to do is beat the 30th seed in round 2. Sadly, for a solid Miami Heat team, they would be playing a far more superior Houston Rockets squad. With the solid mix of veteran and young talent, obviously the addition of KD helping this team out a ton, and with Clyde Drexler joining the mix, this Rockets team is definitely a sleeper pick to win it all. Kevin McHale is a very underrated addition to the Timberwolves, but they're facing an upset late in the fourth quarter. 4-point game here is Halliburton. Mike Conley on him. Into Giannis. The Timberwolves have Kevin McHale. Of course, Anthony Edwards, Giannis. Tough shot is missed. Here comes Julius Randle now. Julius Randle taking it on Kuzma. Is that an offensive foul? Indeed, it is. Defensive power forwards of all time. He's going to drive past Gobert, pull up mid-range, and knock it down. Big possession for Minnesota. Anthony Edwards picks up his dribble. 2 seconds. Tough bucket is missed. Giannis the rebound. They have a chance to tie up the game. Here comes Giannis to Halliburton. That's a great pass to Bobby Portis. Free slam dunk. Anthony Edwards driving inside. Can't find the shot. Conley. Tough shot in the corner is missed. It's a big possession for the Bucks. Screen is set. Halliburton in the corner for 3. Misses. Chance for Minnesota to win it here. Here we go. And with 5 seconds, sizing up Gary Trent. His three-pointer is good. Takes the lead. What a big bucket from Anthony Edwards. 1.9 seconds here. Halliburton wide open three-pointer ties up the game. It doesn't get much more wide open than that. Oh my God. Anthony Edwards actually made that. Obviously, it's not going to count. What is happening? In overtime, it would be Minnesota holding a small lead and taking care of business. Julius Randle putting up quality minutes off the bench. This should be a phenomenal game between the Timberwolves and the Houston Rockets in round 2. Finally, it's time to watch Kobe Bryant and the 76ers, where Kobe is truly the leader that this team needs to reach their full potential. With less pressure on Joel Embiid and way more shots created for Tyrese Maxey and Paul George, after dominating a New Jersey Nets team, there is now officially no doubt that they are contenders in this stacked tournament. The end of round one would be blowout central, as the Pacers laced them up, where after reaching the finals and taking their opponent to 7, all they needed was someone like Larry Bird, a proven winner, to make them one of the teams to beat. With Tyrese Halliburton facilitating the offense to perfection, and Larry Bird obviously cooking at will, and obviously doing it all on offense and defense, they dominate a very mid-Suns team. This round 2 game between Indiana and Philadelphia is low-key good enough to be a finals matchup. As Nash gets ready for the final game of round 1, New Orleans versus Toronto will come down to the last minute. Our last game of round 1 between Toronto with, of course, Steve Nash, and then the Pelicans with Karl Malone. Now, you could argue that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander should be the player here, but I decided Steve Nash. He is obviously... Oh, Grady Dick, open 3. Misses. Karl. Kick out. Trey Murphy puts it in. Nash all the way. Great pass. Wide open. Scotty Barnes. They needed that one. They go to right into Karl Malone, their moneymaker. What does Karl Malone have in store for us as he misses the lefty hook? Raptors in desperate need of a bucket. Barnes deep in the post. Flings it up and draws the foul. Rough game for Scotty Barnes. He's 3 for 11 as he misses that free throw. It's not looking good for any of my Canadian viewers. And so the Pelicans take care of business. Zion dropping a massive 35 points in the win. And so the second round is now set, where it's time to watch the number 1 seed. And it's obvious why this team did finish with the first seed. They're completely stacked, led by the second best scorer ever, and Jalen Brunson getting to the basket with ease. They destroy the Celtics in a quick and easy blowout. In the meantime, MJ is looking to continue his Cinderella run in a close game versus the Pistons. Screen comes from Jalen Duren. Magic Johnson and LaMelo Ball is unironically a pretty cool matchup. Jalen Duren gets an easy layup. Michael Jordan and the Hornets. Jordan, tough shot with the left hand. We got a 3-point game. He's keeping them in the game. From Magic Johnson, let's see what Kay Cunningham could do. Behind the back, good defense from Sexton. Karis LeVert pulls a 3 and misses. Driving in, back out. LaMelo, a 3. Bang! Tie game in Detroit. 7 seconds here. Magic, that's almost stolen. 3 seconds. Jalen Duren misses. Rebound. Now it's Kay Cunningham. Magic Johnson in the post. Double team comes. Magic a post hook. What a shot from Magic Johnson. Behind the back, great defender and Asar Thompson on him. Back in, Miles Bridges a 3. Misses. I don't know if I like Miles Bridges taking that big shot. Jordan, last chance opportunity for the Hornets. Going to have to be a 3. Miles Bridges pulls one and keeps the team in the game. However, almost gets a steal. Hello, they got a foul. Magic Johnson knocks down both free throws. LaMelo Ball from way downtown almost goes in. The 25th seed's run is coming to an end as Detroit takes care of business. This second round game should be great between the Knicks and the Detroit Pistons. Meanwhile, Shaq has a challenge where the Spurs versus the Hawks goes down to the last minute. Shaq and Wemby, possibly the greatest front court of all time, and rises and misses. Here is Devin Vassell out to Wemby. I gotta see Wemby in action in 2K26. Tough bucket is good. Gonna have to hit a big bucket here to come back into this one. Trae Young, that's wide open. Misses. You gotta make that, Trae Young. Fox, good pass out to Vassell. His three-pointer misses. Trying to take it in. Back out. Porzingis, his three-pointer misses. Wemby the rebound. They have a chance to ice the game. Keldon Johnson all the way to the basket. 2-possession lead here in San Antonio. And so the Spurs are headed to the quarterfinals. And up next, the Thunder are about to get a wake-up call because they are obviously no match for the Lakers, who now have the addition of Kawhi Leonard. They play near perfect basketball, but just barely squeeze past this great Thunder team, where obviously this quarterfinal game versus the Spurs should be absolute cinema. And now, sadly to anyone watching this tournament in hopes of seeing a 30th seed continue their run, it's just not realistic, because this Nuggets team is obviously far more superior. Jokic dropping a light 30-point triple-double, and Chauncey Billups locking up from the perimeter. The Nuggets are an underrated team as they head to the Final 8. As the Rockets get set, this round 2 game goes down to the wire. 4 seconds. Anthony Edwards with 3 seconds on the shot clock hoists it up and misses. Can't find the shot. Durant puts it up and puts it in for a 6-point lead. Taking it in. Sengun actually playing some great defense. Randall, a tough one in the corner, is no good. Minnesota will be fouling. And so the Rockets take out the Timberwolves. Kevin Durant getting his revenge on Anthony Edwards. This Rockets vs. Nuggets matchup should be solid in the quarterfinals. As round 2 winds down, Larry Bird is ready to somehow stop a stacked 76er team. This is a great matchup between two powerhouses in this tournament, and one of them is going to have to go. Philadelphia versus Indiana. Embiid on the cut. They get it to him, and he gets an easy slam dunk. He's not fouled out or anything. Obi Toppin, wide open three-pointer. Knocks it down, but they got to get Kobe back in here. Double team comes from Embiid. Back out Paul George. Deep. Embiid's going to pull the mid-range and hit it. Halliburton, a 3. Misses. Embiid the rebound. PG, 13 step back. Mid-range is missed. Let's see what he's got in store for us. 2 seconds. Nembhard, pull up. Mid-range. Misses. Embiid grabs hold the rebound. Larry Bird on the cut. Halliburton. It's stolen by Paul George. Philly is looking great. And so Kobe Bryant has officially made the 76ers a winning team, helping Embiid reach his full potential. Finally, it's time to watch the GOAT as he returns to Cleveland in hopes of winning a title. And after finishing as the #1 seed last year, LeBron is the perfect addition as they dominate the Pelicans, and now only 8 teams remain. As Magic Johnson enters the first game of the quarterfinals, unfortunately for him, the #1 seeded New York Knicks will continue their all-out dominance, where this Pistons team already lost to the Knicks in the playoffs, and now since New York has Kareem, they are even more dominant. And with Madison Square Garden on the Knicks' side, the Pistons have no shot against them. In the meantime, the Lakers are about to be challenged, their game going down to the last shot. Here's Austin Reeves. Screen is set. Reeves, step back, tough shot over Wemby. That's not going in. Shaq with Ayton on him. Let's see if he can dominate him. Tough shot is missed. Lakers retain possession, and here comes LeBron James. Wemby, wide open three-pointer. Can he hit it? Yes, he can. And San Antonio takes the lead. Need a bucket. Oh, it's stolen by Vassell. It's looking good for San Antonio now. De'Aaron Fox all the way to the basket using his speed and agility to finish the layup. Wemby to Vassell. De'Aaron Fox, his three-pointer. Misses. Man, they love chucking up threes in this game. Shaq plays some great defense. Luka, a 3. Misses. They can win it right here. It's stolen by Kawhi. Luka has it. 3 seconds on the clock. Luka, deep three-pointer for the win. And we are going to overtime. In overtime, it's the Lakers who keep a lead and take care of business, where LeBron is determined to add another accolade to his stacked resume. This win from the Lakers obviously sets up a blockbuster semifinal matchup between the Knicks and the Lakers. Meanwhile, on the Rockets side of the draw, it's relatively weak compared to the other 3. Playing a decent Nuggets team, but I think it's obvious who's slightly better, as Clyde Drexler has a huge game dropping 34 points, and the Houston Rockets are headed to the semifinals. Finally, the moment you've all been waiting for, Kobe Bryant versus LeBron James, where this game, of course, goes down to the wire. 3-point game. Here's LeBron James with it. Paul George on it. That's a nice pass to Darius Garland, drawing the foul. Not sure if that was really a foul, though. So our last quarterfinal game. It's a Kobe and LeBron James matchup. Embiid sets a screen. Maxey back out to Kobe. Let's see what he can do. Screen comes. Embiid has Darius Garland on him. That's not really the matchup. Many of them want Kobe beat Bryant all the way to the basket. Jared Allen, a screen. LeBron all the way. Mid-range. Good. Back out to Embiid. Now it's Oubre. Kelly Oubre. To Paul George, immediately pulls a 3. I don't like that shot from PG. Jared Allen, back out to LeBron. LeBron immediately pulls a 3. Again, I don't like that shot at all. To Embiid. Embiid puts it in. Here's Jared Allen. LeBron now. LeBron for the tie. Yes! LeBron James single-handedly carrying the Cleveland Cavaliers on his back. 7 seconds. Is it Maxey taking this big shot? Maxey is taking the big shot and misses. No timeouts, and we are going to overtime. Yet another game. In overtime, it's LeBron who holds a small 5-point lead, where it's him and the Cavaliers heading to the Final Four, where now the semifinals are officially set. Lakers are up first, where this game, of course, goes down to the last minute. We got a 3-point game. This could easily be a finals matchup. These are two of some of the best teams in this tournament, the Lakers and the Knicks, as Kareem knocks down both his free throws. We got a 1-point game here. 5 seconds here. Can Brunson stop Luka? Easy mid-range. No, he can't. Back out to OG. It's going to be a tough shot. Kawhi is obviously playing lockdown defense. That's what he brings to this Lakers team. Screen is set. Kawhi. Blocked by Kareem. OG Anunoby now to Brunson. Back out to OG now. Kareem. This might be the Knicks' last chance. Brunson for 3. Ties up the game. Looking to go for the win. He's taking it in. Step back. Kawhi open. His three-pointer misses. Full court shot. How many games are going to go to overtime? In overtime, the game still cannot be decided. Brunson driving in on LeBron. Spins. Now it's OG for 3. Misses. LeBron the rebound. Here comes the Lakers. Picks up his dribble. Kawhi is wide open for the midi. Misses. Now it's Bridges. Screen is set. Bridges wide open. Misses. Kareem misses the dunk. Oh my God, crazy things are happening in overtime right now. Luka now, his three-pointer for the lead. He nails it. They need to lock them up for 5 seconds. Bridges to Brunson. Brunson, a contested 3 for the lead is missed. And the Lakers are advancing to the finals. LeBron dropping a huge double-double in the win. As Clyde gets ready for his shot at the finals, it would be someone unexpected who ices the game late in the fourth quarter. 6-point game. It's looking good for the number 2 seed as Clint Capella completely bricks a free throw. Here's Donovan Mitchell with it. I'm assuming they're going to close out the game. Mitchell, tough midi, is missed. Well, they're not going to close out the games with shots like those. They're running like a 5-out offense. Kevin Durant, wide open three-pointer, misses. Yep. Drives in. Back out. Lonzo Ball puts in the 3. And that is the icing on the cake right there. And so the Cleveland Cavaliers are headed to the finals. Donovan Mitchell extremely happy to be alongside the king. This means in the finals, it would in fact be LeBron versus LeBron, where this game, of course, will come down to the last minute. The final between the Lakers and the Cavs, and get this, it's a LeBron versus LeBron matchup. Here's Luka in the post. What does Luka have in store for us? He has a very small defender on him, and Luka is taking advantage of the matchup as they take a 1-point lead. LeBron versus LeBron. The only person capable of stopping LeBron might be LeBron. Here's LeBron. Back out to Donovan Mitchell. That's for the lead. Misses. Knows he has a much smaller defender, and the double team comes. It's blocked by James. LeBron gets it in the corner. Back out to Ayton now. 3 seconds here. What is this? That's the best shot the Lakers could come up with? All right. LeBron spins all the way to the basket, is missed. Luka the rebound. Here comes the Lakers. LA, Luka. Step back, three-pointer, misses. Donovan Mitchell, the same spot from before, misses yet again. Into LeBron. Forces it up and misses. Tough shot there from James. And Darius Garland now has a chance to take the lead. It's Mitchell again. That's the 3rd time in a row he's getting to that spot. And this time he knocks it down. Kawhi behind the back. Back out to Luka. Three-pointer misses. Lakers are going to need to foul, and they need missed free throws. LeBron knocks down both free throws. It's a 3-point game. Lakers are in need of a three-pointer. Luka, a deep one. No good. Tough shot. And so the Cleveland Cavaliers are the champions of this tournament. Cleveland, this is for you. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Check out the 2 videos on the screen. I'm out. Peace.